Well, it turned me from a mathematics major to a psychology major, that's for sure. So, it was but as someone who, when if I hadn't gone to Sandcastles, I think I would have been a completely different person than I am today, where I was in middle school or I was in high school. If it weren't for the support of Sandcastles, I don't think I would have been able to stay in school because there was always something going on, and Sandcastles was only my real uh, way of helping me deal with these things on top of grief. It made me recognize that I'm not alone in this process. I don't think a lot of people who go through grieving processes or lose someone close to them, especially nowadays in the last 3 years through COVID and everything else that's happened in terms of world events, a lot of people still recognize that you're not by yourself when you go through these things and that there are people to help and make sure that you're okay when you go through this. There are ways for you to go about it instead of dealing with it by yourself. Experiencing a death like that, it was definitely traumatic, and I didn't get close to healing from it until about 7 or 8 years later. It took a toll on me for my entirety of my what was left of my elementary school, the entirety of middle school, and most of my high school years. And Sandcastles was there to support me all the way through. When I was little, it was fun, and even in middle school or high school, whenever I would show up, it would be fun and it was needed. I was They would have all these different activities that would open my mind up to the process of grieving more. And so with time, it eventually, all the things I was feeling at first started going away because of Sandcastles. My advice is to, one, go to Sandcastles, but two, find what you like to do in the interim between that. I took up drumline from the time I was in Sandcastles to COVID, and it was a wonderful way of, when I wasn't at Sandcastles every Tuesday, to have something to do that would take my mind off of everything that was happening, or take my mind off and practice different ways of expressing my grief.